Today is Thursday, April 30th. It's day 6 on our 6-day rotation, and that means we have art today. Today, Miss Willie is going to read you The Little Engine That Could, and then I have a special craft project that you can use to make this really cool train. And not only is it a fun craft project, but you get to practice your 2D shapes as well. Tell me, what shapes do you see in this train? Oh, I hear squares. What else do you see? Rectangles. What are these down below, guys? Circles, a triangle, and this is a pentagon. I'm going to show you how to do this later today. Send pics and videos of your trains. I'd love to see them. Have a great day.
Hi, boys and girls. Happy Thursday. We have a fun activity for you today that Mrs. Murphy's going to lead you through in a little bit. But first, I'm going to read a story to you. Remember, our essential question this week was, why is it important to help friends? Today, I have a story that is all about helping friends, and it's about trying your hardest and doing something even though it might seem hard and scary at first, okay? It's called The Little Engine That Could. It's by Waddy Piper, and it's illustrated by Lauren Long. He did the artwork, okay? And this is one of my favorites, but it's a long one. So what I want you to do is I want you to get comfy. Get comfy. Grab a blanket, curl up, and Miss Willie's going to read the story, The Little Engine That Could. Chug, 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 puff, 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 ding dong, ding dong. The little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train, for she had such a jolly load to carry. Her cars were filled, full of good things for boys and girls. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with almost no necks at all, and even a baby elephant. Then there were dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads, and the funniest little toy clown you ever saw. And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes, tops, jackknives, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of things boys or girls could want. But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red-cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfasts, fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops, and lollipops for after-meal treats. The little train was carrying all these wonderful things to the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain, and she puffed along merrily. Then all of a sudden she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried and she tried, but her wheels would not turn. What were all the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without the wonderful toys to play with and all the good food to eat? Here comes a shiny new engine, said the little clown who jumped out of the train. Let's ask him to help us. So all the dolls and toys cried together, "Please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help." But the shiny new engine snorted. "I pull you? I'm a passenger engine. I have just carried a fine big train over the mountain with more cars than you've ever dreamed of. My train has sleeping cars with comfortable berths, a dining car where waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat, and parlor cars in which people sit in soft armchairs and look out the big plate glass windows. I pull the likes of you? Indeed not." And off he steamed to the roundhouse where engines live when they are not busy. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown called out, "The passenger engine is not the only one in the world. Here is another engine coming, a great, big, strong one. Let us ask him to help us." The little toy clown waved his flag, and the big, strong engine came to a stop. Boys and girls, do you think that next engine is going to help? Do you think it's going to help the little engine? "Please, oh please, big engine," cried all the dolls and toys together. "Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good little boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the big, strong engine bellowed, "I am a freight train. I have just pulled a big train load with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I am very important indeed. I won't pull the likes of you." And the freight engine pulled off indignantly to the roundhouse. The little train and all the dolls and toys were very sad. "Cheer up!" cried the little toy clown. "The freight engine is not the only one in the world. Here comes another. He looks very old and tired, but our train is so little, perhaps he can help us." So the little toy clown waved his flag, and the dingy, rusty old engine stopped. "Please, kind engine," cried all the dolls and toys together. "Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the boys and the girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the rusty old engine sighed. "I am so tired. I must rest my really weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little a train as yours over the mountain. I cannot. And off he rumbled to the roundhouse, chugging, I cannot. He's too old and tired. Then indeed the little train was very, very sad. And the dolls and the toys were ready to cry. But then the little clown called out, "Here is another engine coming, a little blue engine, a very little one. Maybe she will help us." The very little engine came chugging merrily along. When she saw the toy clown's flag, she stopped quickly. There she is. She's little. "What is the matter, my friends?" she asked kindly. "Oh, little blue engine," cried the dolls and toys. "Will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Please, please help us, little blue engine." Boys and girls, what do you think the little blue engine's going to do? Do you think she's going to help? "I'm not very big," said the little blue engine. "They use me only for switching trains in the yard. I've never been over the mountain." "But we must get over the mountain before the children awake," said the dolls and toys. The very little engine looked up and saw the tears in the doll's eyes, and she thought of the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain who would not have any toys or good food unless she helped. And then she said, I think I can. And she hitched herself to the little train. She tugged and pulled and tugged, and slowly, they started off. The toy clown jumped aboard, and all the dolls and toy animals began to smile and cheer. Puff, puff, chug, chug went the little blue engine. I think I can, 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 I think I can. Up, up, up. Faster and faster and faster and faster, the little engine climbed. Until at last they reached the top of the mountain. Down in the valley lay the city. Hooray, hooray, cried the funny little clown and all the dolls and toys. The good little boys and girls in the city will be happy because you helped us, kind little blue engine. And the little blue engine smiled and seemed to say, as she puffed steadily down the mountain, I thought I could, 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 I thought I could. And there they go down the mountain into the valley. And there is the little blue engine. Boys and girls, so the essential question is, why is it important that we help our friends? And in this story, it's because, who did it help? It helped the boys and girls. It gave them toys and food to eat. I think the other lesson it's trying to teach us is, if there's anything that's really hard, you need to try. Because it's always easier to try and to have a good attitude and say, I think I can, than to say, I cannot. It's always better to say, I can and I'm going to try. That's the best attitude to have in life. So now, Mrs. Murphy is going to do a special project with you. Are you so excited? Yes.
Hi, kindergartners. Happy Thursday. It's art day. And Miss Willie just read to you The Little Engine That Could. So for our craft project today, we are going to use 2D shapes to make a train. And this is perfect because I know Miss Burrell and Mrs. Perea's classes have been working on 2D shapes. And then tomorrow, my class, along with Miss Willie's class and Mrs. Pinkle's class, are going to practice 2D shapes on their ATI math practice. So let's get started. I'm going to move my camera down to the counter so you guys can see. You need different colors of paper. I chose yellow, white, red, blue, and black, okay? You really only need half sheets. And what we're gonna do is we're going to make a couple different shapes. I'm gonna go through these with you together. We're gonna make 2 rectangles, one that's really skinny, one that's wider, 2 different squares, 3 circles, a triangle, and then a pentagon. A pentagon has 5 sides. You're gonna need the construction paper, a glue stick, and I chose a bigger one because I used it to trace my train circles for the wheels. A pencil, scissors, and then optional is a ruler. It's up to you, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to make these shapes and get going on our train. I'm gonna move these off to the side. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make our large rectangle. I'm gonna use yellow paper, okay? All you have to do, you can take your ruler, you don't have to, but I'm gonna take my ruler and I'm gonna start on this side and I'm going to measure. I'm gonna put my ruler here, not edge to edge because it starts a little bit off the edge. And I'm going to measure to 2 inches. I'm gonna draw a little line at the 2. I'm gonna turn my ruler and hold it just like this and trace that line, boom. Now I've got my long rectangle, okay? There we go. I'm gonna do the same for my short rectangle, or skinnier rectangle, excuse me. I'm gonna use the same side of paper, so I'm not gonna go the long way, I'm gonna go the same size. And this time on my ruler, instead of using 2 inches, do you see where it says 1 inch? And then do you see this line here, this longer line? That's ½ inch. So I'm gonna take it to where it says the inch. I'm gonna draw my little ½ inch line there. Take my ruler across and draw a straight line, just like this. Now again, if you don't have a ruler, guys, don't worry about it. You don't have to use a ruler. I know my kids love using a ruler and they like to be kind of perfect on things, so rulers make it easier. But if you don't have a ruler, no big deal. Okay, now I've got my 2 rectangles. And next up is my square. I'm gonna make my bigger square with my red paper. Scoot those over here. And I'm gonna make a 4" by 4" square. We know squares are the same size on all 4 sides. So I'm gonna take my ruler just like this. Again, I don't line it up here like this because my ruler starts here. It's a little tricky. I'm gonna draw a little line at the 4 for 4 inches. I'm gonna take my ruler, I'm gonna put it at the 4 and draw a line down like this. Okay, and then straight across to make my 4 by 4 square. The square is 4 inches on all 4 sides. And just like that. Now I'm gonna make my window. I'm gonna make my square window a little bit smaller. I'm gonna do a 2 by 2. So again, you can take your ruler. Can you guys see it this way? I'm gonna go to the 2. I'm gonna make a little line here like this. Okay. And I'm gonna trace it so I know, just like that. And then I'm going to go to 2 inches here, draw a little line. And then use your ruler to draw those straight lines. Then cut out your little window for your train. And just like that. Okay, now we need 3 circles for the wheels. So what I did is I just traced my glue stick. I just held it down like this and traced it with black on the bottom and then cut them out. You can make yours a little bit bigger if you like. It's totally up to you. So I've got those 3. I need a triangle next. And since I'm using this as the main body of my train, I'm just gonna take the edge of my paper, watch this, and I'm gonna make a triangle, just like so, boom. Now when I measure this up, do you see how it's a little bit off? It's a little bit too big. So I'm gonna just put it in the middle and just trim it down. So it fits on there. Do you guys see I've got just a little bit of extra, so just trim that out. There we go. Just like that, okay? The last shape we're gonna make is a pentagon. Now, a pentagon is a little tricky. A pentagon is a 5-sided shape, okay? So we're gonna use this bottom part, this bottom straight line and this straight line as our straight lines. I'm gonna use my ruler to come up like this, because a pentagon almost looks like a square, except that it angles into a triangle at the top. So it's got 1, 2, 3 straight lines, and then it angles into a triangle at the top. Just like this, okay? So again, if you use the edge of your paper, that bottom edge and that side edge, that will give you 2 perfectly straight lines to work with. Okay, now we're gonna put our train together. This is the main part of my train. I'm gonna start here. And I'm going to glue my red on top just like this. So you're gonna line it up so you don't see any yellow, just like that. Then we're gonna add the train window. Oh, this doesn't look too straight. Let me straighten it out a little bit. Even though I used my ruler, I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna glue the window right on my train so the conductor can see outside, okay? Then I'm going to add my triangle here. I'm gonna glue right along the edge. Can you guys see that? I got a big chunk of glue. And again, you might want to put something down on your counter so you don't get glue everywhere, because Mom and Dad might not like it. I maybe should have done that first, but I'll clean my counter after. Okay. Then we're gonna glue this black strip right about here. We're gonna test it out because we're gonna put our wheels. Now we don't want our wheels right along the edge of the red and the yellow paper, right? The wheels of the train have to come down lower. So we could even move it, let's move it even lower. I always like to test things out, test the position out before I glue things. So I'm gonna glue that black strip right along the edge so it looks just like this so far. Okay, now we need the wheels. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. I try to evenly space it. Again, it does not have to be perfect. And then the last piece we need is the pentagon. Remember, this is the pentagon. This is gonna be like our smokestack where the smoke comes out. So we're gonna turn it so it's upside down. We're gonna glue the tip of the triangle part of the pentagon. Like this, voila. So there is your train, just like this. I'll take a picture to send it to you guys so you can see what the finished product looks like, so you can reference it as you make it. Take pictures and send videos. I'd love to see your trains as well. Bye guys, have a great day.